Thank you very much. I will start my address with some statistics. Right, all of you are engineers, right? Lot of you are engineers here, and all of you love numbers, I'm sure. So the first statistic: 70% of the projects, and this is a study, this is a research. 70% of any strategy projects, they fail. A big number, 70%. They fail not because there is a lack of vision, because the execution is not done properly. So that's a huge number. So that is one data point. There are only 10% companies that execute their strategy very successfully. So some of them, you say some of them do, but a lot of them don't do it because either they don't get their full, and that's all because of execution. They don't meet their full objectives. They do partial objectives, but there's only 10%. It's a number which kind of surprised me a lot when I read it a few years ago. There 39% of projects fail because of lack of planning, resources, and executional discipline. So that's on the corporate side. On a personal side, all of us make New Year resolutions. Any guesses how many percentage of those resolutions are successful? 8%. It's a study done. Only 8% of people who make a New Year resolution, they are able to finish their or they meet their targets. There is those who write down their plans, who make a plan. 42% of those plans are successful. So writing down a plan, making a plan is the first step in having a successful execution. Now, so the message here is that execution is important. As you said, ideas are many. Every day I have lots of ideas, but how many of them are executed is important. So that is the one. And if you look at execution, it's the project management, which is the discipline of execution. It's the bridge between what you intend and what the impact is. Without project management, execution is worthless. I think that's why and I was sharing with some of your participants, I do not understand why project management or execution is not an integral part of every curriculum, whether it's in a school or college. There are certain colleges which do project management, but not all of them. And I would like to thank, first of all, NPTI and Dr. Thakur to bring project management into the agenda of training of NPTI. In the last 1 year, I have conducted 6 or 7 sessions now, right from the foundation course to other mid-management discoms as well. And every time I have done that, I have got a rating of 5 or less, slightly less than 5, because out of 5, not out of 10. So out of 5. And that has been because a lot of the participants have given me feedback that they have never understood project management. Nobody has talked about project management to them in the way that we have been talking to them in NPTI. So thank you for that, Pam. And that's a very powerful way of getting things done in this country. So there is then I want to thank PFC for setting up this project management for RDSs. I think it's an extremely important initiative, and for all the reasons that we talked about, for all the reasons we don't talk about. Data is the gold. Data is a new gold. When you're doing smart metering and the whole infrastructure behind it, you are gathering data, and that data could be used for making your installations effective, your deliveries more efficient, your transmission systems more efficient. Because if you don't have a data, you don't know. So the underlying principles of having a smart metering project is collecting that data and making sure that we are able to achieve the things that we want to do. Now, coming to the book, I think this my experience in last 30 years has been around project management and an application of principle of those project management to business, creating organizations, executing projects. So that has been, and it has been a thing that has stayed for me since the time last 30 years. And every time I have to do something new, is the project management principles that help me do something successfully. So I think that's where I come from. And what I have done for the book now, which we will talk about a little bit later, is bring all that experience, bring all the learnings that the pilots have had on the RDSs. There are certain pilots that were created. Bring all that learning. Bring all the learnings from the field. I spoke to a lot of people Mr. Mahendra here has helped me a lot more, and then others as well in NPTI, so who have helped me create this book, and I'm sure they would love to have it and read it, and I that would be a success for me if you can all read it through and give me comments. There's an email ID that I have put in there. Please drop me comments on what you think, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Please do send it to me. As a writer, I would love to get your feedback. Finally, over the next 3 days and over multiple sessions probably which happen in the future, there will be strong conversations. We started with the first strong conversation in the morning with the first team, and we have plans. I think NPTI has plans to roll it out to other cities as well. I think the feedbacks would be very important, as Sanjay Kumar said, and these feedbacks will go back and they would be useful in terms of improving the scheme altogether in a much better way. So with that, thank you very much, and I hope to see you all in our sessions soon. Thank you.